Recording. All right, everybody's muted. Hello, everybody. I am going to talk parties. I am going to tell you kind of what I'm doing, what's been successful for me, what I'm struggling, what I'm finding, different things I'm doing. And hopefully it helps you guys. I look a hot mess. It's been a heck of a day. It's just been a long day, right? We're all there. It's Monday. Parties. I have not done any in-person parties for like 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. I don't even know. A long time. Bag parties do not work for me. Text parties do not work for me. My hostesses just don't do the job. So then I spend all this time. I get the parties back late, whatever. I am talking strictly online parties tonight, okay? Strictly online parties. I am so glad for y'all showing up. I'm so proud of you. But online parties are what is making my business right now. They are what is making and breaking, okay? You need to find what's working for you. I'm going to be talking kind of fast. I do not pay for the full membership. But if we are in a place at the end of this where you really want me to come back on Zoom, I will make another link and you guys can jump on that. I'm going to try to be 40 minutes. And if you feel like you need more time, just schedule a call. So the way I start out, we're going to go start to finish. Okay. Starting out, you need to be asking everybody. You need to be keeping tabs on who you're asking. You need to make sure you have a system for who you're asking. So you're not asking the same people over and over again, but so that you know that you're asking everybody. Okay. It's highly important that you ask everybody you can think of, everybody that's ordering, everybody that maybe says can't afford it, anybody that's a potential recruit. Because at the end of the day, these hostesses are being consultants for however long it is that you're having that party. They're a consultant for that time, whether they know it or not. So you really, really, really need to be making sure that in that time you are doing the best you can to help them be successful, because they're the number one person you should be focusing on to join your team, right? So I will literally start out with, hey girl, how are you doing? Start our conversation. I hope you're having a good day, blah, blah, blah. How are you loving your Scentsy stash? Things like that. Wait for them to respond. I never just say, hey, do you want to have a party? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I never even call it a party. Call it a scent social. That's what I call it. You don't have to call it that. Call it whatever you want. I call it a scent social or a Scentsy bash. And I don't know what's going on with my voice, so I apologize ahead of time. But a scent social, okay? A Scentsy social has been a hit. People love it. I have made them 3 days. I can't count. 3 days. I made them 3 days long and people are having fun. So once I get a few parties booked, my goal is always 6 to 8 a month. My goal is 2 a week. But if I can get 6, I'm happy. Okay. But I want this to be the best time for my customers. So something I start is it's 3 days. They have their personal link, maybe a day and a half before it starts. I'll make their group. I always do a group. And I'll put a couple posts in it like, hello, I'm Kylie. Here's what Scentsy is. Thank you for joining us. How do you know the hostess? And I'll leave it at that till the party starts, okay? Party will start on the first day. And I will share a lot of different, I don't know who this is, Galaxy AO2s. But they have our, oh, we got a few people coming in. All right. Hey, everybody that's joining. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody joining. Please make sure you're muted. Okay, there we go. Sorry, y'all. I had to make sure that they're still recording. But once I have these parties started, then I'll start their posts. So I will on the first day show between wax, warmers, scent of the month, warmer of the month. I'll do a game. I'll do diffusers, air purifier all throughout the day, like every 2 hours, starting around 8. And I never post later than 8. Okay. I try to make sure everybody, I'll try to make sure that everybody is, has their notifications on. I'll make sure I make a post about that. You can do whatever you want, whatever fits your personality. For me, I like them to be busy. I like them to know that I'm going to be quick. I'm going to be educational. I'm going to be fun, that they're going to have games. There's a giveaway. And I want them to know that I'm going to help them. So on that first day, I add everybody as a friend on Facebook. I ask them to join my VIP group. and I message every single one of them and I say, hi, thank you so much for coming to so-and-so's event. I am so excited. I can't believe, that you are going to join us. Have you ever tried Scentsy before? Sometimes I just say, thank you so much for joining. Have you tried Scentsy before? Something simple. Okay. Simple, but exciting. They love it. Sometimes I'll voice text. And not everybody can see when you text them or not text, but message them on Facebook. If you're not friends with them. So I'll make a post in the party and I'll be like, hey, I just messaged all of you, please go look. And then I'll get more responses. So then day 2 comes along, right? Day 2, we're gonna talk about other products, cleaning, laundry, pets, different game. We're gonna talk about our travel items. So like scent packs, scent circles, room sprays, things like that. You can share whatever you want, whenever you want. It's up to you. I'm not going to go into the schedule. I'm not going to do all that. That's up to you. That's what makes it yours. But that's the kind of stuff I'll share. Again, 8 to 8, right? Then the 3rd day, I'll share whatever I've missed. I don't talk about Scentsy Club because they cannot add it to a party. I do that after. Okay, we'll get into that. So I talk about anything that I missed, Whiff Box. I'll talk about collections we have. I'll talk about kids products, licensed products. I'll talk about clearance section. I'll talk about things like that and share the link throughout the day, do another game. But that night is when I do a live. I go live just like I am now, except it's live on Facebook, not Zoom. And everybody comes on that joins. And that day as well in the morning, I will message everybody again and say, thank you so much again for joining us. I'm so excited. I'm glad you're here. Don't forget that the live is tonight at 8, if that's what time we have. I'll be like, do you have any questions? There's a raffle. So just by joining the live, you're already entered, it's so much fun, blah, blah, blah. And I'll go into that and I'll talk to them about different products when that live starts. And I will go into the warmers and wax. I have a whole party set up back here. Actually, it's kind of tore up right now. Doesn't look like that normally, but that's what I do. It talks about, I also go in depth about something that people really love is, hey, what do also if your name isn't in your link, let me know what your name is. So Galaxy, who are you? I don't know. And you guys can put comments in the chat, okay, if you have questions. But when I'm doing the party, something that I love to share that people really like is I'll be like, when you're burning a candle and that wax goes away, where's that wax going? That wax is going away. And where is it going? People love hearing that. And they're like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. I'm like, oh, it's in your clothes, your lungs, your walls, your furniture. That is actually being burned. How about our warmers and wax don't actually burn? The wax is never going to go away. I mean, it's very low amounts of petroleum. It's only enough petroleum for me to know, or for not me to know. It's only enough petroleum to be warmed in the warmer so we don't burn our stuff, right? That's why I get so triggered when somebody says we burn our warmers. We do not burn our warmers. We do not burn our wax. We warm them, right? If we burnt them, that wax would be going into the air like a candle. So look at stuff like that. Get yourself a product list. They're like $2. Okay, get yourself a product training guide. Oh, hey, Julie. So get yourself a product training guide, read through this, learn your products. It tells you different things you probably didn't know, like our types of warmers. Did you know we have warmers that, have a crackle glaze, are hand painted, have reactive glaze? Did you know that they are handmade? Did you know that we work with artisans around the world? People want to hear that. Did you know that our wax is award winning? Did you know that it's safe? You don't ever have to worry about turning it off. All these things is going to help you sell our products. Okay. I'm a firm believer as a consultant, you should have one of everything. Okay. You don't even have to be doing this full time. Definitely don't have to be doing this full time. I did this before I was full time. I had one of every product and I would show it. Okay. So I would have one of every product if I could, or I would eventually get it. And I will now, because I have those things, walk around my house and I will show people hey, this is a new warmer. This is a new warmer. This is warmer of the month. Wow, look at these diffusers. I will show them how I put the water in, how I put the oils in. I will show them how it turns on, the colors. I will talk to them about the differences. You know how I know the differences in our warmers? Not only by in our diffusers, not only by using them, but this, right? I mean, do y'all know that you can fit that this is 8 hours where this could be 24 or more? Like, those are things you can talk about in those lives. Go through it all. I do not share a lot of kids' products in those. I do not share our travel products. I do not go into everything. I shared all of that already in the first 2.5 days. Now I'm showing the high dollar items. I'm showing them the things that I want them to look at. I'm showing them things that get me excited. Counter clean gets me excited. My people see that. I'll use the counter clean on my lives. I will talk about the air purifier and I'll be like, y'all, you need to get the purifier. This is why I hated them before. I hated diffusers before I got one. I thought they were ridiculous. But guess what? When I go on there and I said, yep, say those things, people love it. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's so nice. I didn't realize it looked like that. I didn't realize it could do that. And you can interact with people right there and then. They haven't tried Scentsy. They sure are excited to now, right? I talk to them just like this. I'm like, all right, y'all, here's my warmer. This is my wall fan. I love my wall fan. Why? Because I got psycho dogs and I got a newborn and my newborn's going to start crawling someday. Am I right? I talk to them just like that. And I'm like, I know some of y'all got toddlers. Some of y'all got crazy kids, husbands. Let me tell you, my husband wouldn't know if there was a warmer in the, I talk to them like that. They love it. They eat it up. I say, all right, grab your favorite drink. I got some wine. You have to just match energy. Like you need to be excited. That's how these are successful. The other thing that I do is I have a raffle with this. Okay. They don't need to spend money to be a part of the raffle. What I do, they need to show up. They need to show up to the live. I give them entries when they show up to the live. I give them entries if they're asking me questions. If they are interacting with me and asking me questions about my products, that's 2 entries for them. So I get people all the time like, oh, how does that work? How does that work? Which is prompting, right? That's prompting me to share more. I give them 3 points if they ask me about the business opportunity. Or not 3 points, but 3 entries. I give them entries if they ask about Scentsy, if they ask about the business opportunity. I give them points if they join my VIP page. I give them points if they book their own social. People get so excited. And ever since I've been doing these, every single party that I have done as a Scentsy social has had about 500 PRV. Insert the whatever you call it, the income disclosure right here. Okay, they've been over $500 parties every time because yes, I'm showing them the products beforehand, but I'm getting excited. I'm showing them that I love it. And do I want to go do this all the time? No, I got 3 back-to-back this week. Do not want to do it. But you know what? They're not going to know that. They're not going to know that your girl wants to go to bed. They're not going to know that tonight I had a crazy night. They're not going to know that my kid drove me crazy. They're going to know that I'm excited about this wall fan. It's a water bottle, I know. They're going to love it. Okay. You need to realize that they match your energy in these parties. If your party is kind of like, meh, meh, here's a post, here's this. And I used to be that person until literally 3 months ago. Okay. Now my parties were successful. People had fun. People weren't interacting though. I didn't get to know them. I didn't get to build a relationship with them. I didn't get a lot of parties booked. I definitely didn't get recruits. And now people are getting excited. They're starting to buy from me. And I say, hey, if you come to this live and you place your order, you're going to get an exclusive goodie bag from me. Right? I mean, I send those out normally. I send that out to anybody that orders from me. They all get a goodie bag. It is what it is. They all get a goodie bag. Now, when it comes to after, right? After the live, here's what I do. Immediately after the live, I post a picture that's me, my daughter, and my husband. And I post that picture and I say, thank y'all so much for joining my live. Thank y'all so much for joining so-and-so's party. It was amazing. So glad that you guys had fun. What was your favorite product? I want y'all to know that you are supporting my family, that you are you're helping us chase dreams. You're helping support my daughter. Like this truly means a lot to my family, and people love that. They want to know they're helping you. They don't want to help someone who isn't excited. They see my excitement. They're like, oh my gosh, this is truly making a difference to her family, just like it's making a difference to all of you guys, right? If you have questions, comment them, okay? Comment them in the chat. I don't want to talk to myself. Then the next day, right? Because usually that's done around like 9 o'clock. I try to do my parties at 8. So I'm usually done by like 8:30, 8:45. Don't want them to be longer than 45 minutes. Um, and then that's right after that post. I don't do anything else the rest of the night. Do not message anybody unless they ask me to. If they're like, oh, I'm interested in this, I want to get this, I will message them after that live. And I'll say, hey, girl, I know it's late. We can talk tomorrow, but I know you're super interested in this. Let me know if I can do anything for you now. And sometimes they want to place the order now. Sometimes they want to wait the next day. I thank everybody again for joining. Like, thank y'all again so much. Thank you for supporting your person, blah, blah, blah. Then I make a post about club. I share club. Then after that I will post, what do I post after that? After I post about that, I post about the join opportunity. After club, I'll wait a few hours, post about the join opportunity. I'll share pictures from events I've been to, from Disney, of my family, of me and Harper in the office, of just different things that really show the culture, and like team pictures and stuff. So I'll post those. Then every time throughout this party, even if it's before the live, every time somebody orders, I will share a screenshot of their party. And Stacey, I'll get to that in just a second. I will share a screenshot of their order and like block out all of their info, and I'll tag them and say, thank you so much, so-and-so, for your order. I hope you love these new products. This is my favorite out of them, blah, blah, blah. Let me know when you get it. And they want to see that stuff. People want to see that stuff. Have your host personally invite her people. First of all, they need to be people that care to be there. They need to be people that know they're invited, that are anticipating this party, and that are aware of what's happening. They don't need to be mass invited, because I know myself personally, if I am mass invited to a party, I do not respond to it. I do not join it, and I definitely don't buy from it. I want to support people, but I want to support people that I feel like want me there. I want to support people who want me at their party, who do not just mass invite me with 75 other people. Also, if they mass invite people, they will be seen as spam. They need to be personally inviting. Okay. They also need to be, active in that party. If they're like not active and then all of a sudden they're in that live, like that's not fun. They need to be like, oh my gosh, so-and-so, look at this warmer. It screams your name. Oh my gosh, I love the counter clean. I love this. I love that. You need to be having them do those things. Okay. It's just really important to help build that relationship. And then that last day, right after the live, I will message everybody again. If they ordered, I will tell them thank you for their order, and I will tell them the status of it, whether it's shipped, whether it hasn't, that I'll keep an eye out. And I want them to really let me know when they get it. Okay. For those of you starting out, don't have as many products to show in a live, how would that look? What are some games you play? I do not play games in the live. I just do the raffle, because if I play a game, it takes a little too long, and I don't want them to be on there for an hour. For a live, if you don't have all the products, just show what you have, or do a 3-day event. And within you got warmers, you got wax, you probably got a few other things. Instead of doing a live, record yourself, go live here and there, and show yourself like wiping down your counters, washing your dishes, changing the wax, doing things like that, little clips. You don't have to do a big live with a bunch of products. You can do like little here and there, like, hey guys, just wiping down my counter. I know I shared counter clean earlier today, and I really wanted to show you how it works. Just do something like that. That's totally fine. You don't have to have everything, just get creative. Or do what I did for a really long time and just do posts, and then do a video. And you can do a video on your phone as if it was a live, and then you can reuse that in all of your parties. You don't have to keep redoing it. Does that help? As for the games in the party, I don't play games in the party anymore. Just because I have too much stuff that I have to fit into the 3 days. But before, if you join the mock party that I made for y'all last catalog season, I haven't updated it. Y'all can update it with your own pictures. You can find them on Facebook. I've shared a bunch. But I did share my parties on there. So you guys can look on that mock party. It has like what warmer, would fit in this room. What would you pick? It has a scramble. It has a couple different options on there for games. You can also find games on different groups, like How I'm Working. You can find them on like party groups, things like that. But get creative. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can even do something like, tell me your favorite coffee flavor, and be entered for a chance to get some goodies or something. You can do little things like that. I like to keep mine Scentsy related just because it's a party. I do those kinds of things in my VIP. But that's really it. So I hope that's helpful. My marketing pictures, Facebook. I either take them myself or I get them off of Facebook. If I don't have the certain warmer I'm looking for, I will type it into Facebook, like press 10 Scentsy warmer, and a bunch of pictures will pop up for the press 10 Scentsy warmer. I find one that is neutral, that doesn't show anybody's face, name, family, etc., and I will save it and I will use it. And that's how I get them. Yeah. So definitely try to take your own, especially, like I got counter clean sitting right here. So I will take pictures with my counter clean. I'll be like, and then I go on to Lightroom and I just edit it a little, make it a little brighter, add a little bit of, whatever. One of my best friends is a photographer, so I got a little lucky with that because I'm not a good picture taker. I also got a ring light off of Amazon for like $20, which is very helpful when taking pictures. Also very helpful for these things because I have it on right now because my office doesn't have good lighting, so it was really dark before. But I hope that's helpful. But as for the parties go, like y'all need, like I said before, y'all need to ask everybody. You need to keep track of who you're asking. You need to be, you can do things for your hostesses, like gift them an extra half off or gift them free shipping or do this or do that. Whatever it is, as long as it's within compliance, you can do it. You just cannot publicly put that on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. But you can privately message stuff like that. That's totally acceptable. I've done an incentive before where like everybody that did a party for me in the month, and I don't remember what month, but in a month, I gave them like a half off. I gave them a 3-pack of wax for free, and I did that by putting my perpetual party reward in and then paying the rest out of pocket. And you can do that as a tax write-off. So again, I didn't put that out there for the world to know, but I did, when I did talk to people, I did tell them about that. So that was a good incentive for them. If you can't do stuff like that, you can't do stuff like that. I can't do stuff like that very often. But I was desperate. Okay, y'all, I was desperate. But I would say like the biggest things is you need to be really, really personal. That's why I messaged them at least 3 times through a party. And yes, it does get a little tedious, but I try to like make it quick to the point. Voice text them. You can have your hostess text them, but if you text them, they like that. Okay, well, you don't even text them, do it on Facebook, but they like that. And then as soon as they order, you say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I send them a message. I tell them where it's at. Like I said, I put it on the group. So people need to know. Excuse me. Like I said, it's been a long day, so I'm sorry I yawned. But what other questions do y'all have? Because that's honestly how I do it. I'll try to share the schedule on the team page tomorrow. I actually, if you watch Courtney page, I don't know if y'all know who she is, Courtney Holiday. She has a really, really, really great YouTube video about these, and I got a lot of my ideas from her. But just be really honest as well. Okay, be honest as well with them about the products you love. I personally don't like travel tins and have never used them, so I never share them. I still have people that buy them, but it's just not something that I share about. I can't give them an honest review on it. But if you really want to start doing parties, I would highly recommend start to have one of everything. If you can't afford an air purifier, save up on a party and get it. And get it within, your half offs. Okay. Stacy, Mystery Hostess is actually not within compliance anymore, but I will text you, we'll Facebook you, and we can talk about a different option. Okay. Because I used to do those a lot, but we'll talk about a different option. So I hope this was helpful. Does anybody else have questions? I want to know what other questions you have. Making sure too that you are hostess coaching. Okay. I've not been the best at hostess coaching. I'm still trying to kind of find what works for my hostesses, but I do usually voice text them. And I'm like, hey, girl, like make sure that you are personally inviting your people. Like mass texting everybody doesn't really work. If you want me to create like a thing for you to send to them, I absolutely will. And then you can change that up. So I'll help them and I'll coach them on what they need to do. And I'll be like, I know things are busy, so don't feel like you need to be on it every time I'm posting. But if you can just go through, maybe comment on a few things, tag people in some things you think they would like, and they have to be at the live video. If my hostess is not at the live, I will not do it. Okay. And if she doesn't have anybody show up to the live, I will not do the live. I will stop it and I will find another time to do it, or we just will not do it, because I'm not going to sit there and waste my time on a live that's supposed to have a bunch of people there and they're not there. Yeah, I do Chloe's layout as well. So I do Courtney's like schedule, but I do Chloe's layout, which I believe I shared with y'all on the page already. Katrina, did I share it on the page already? I can't remember. If I didn't, I will share it. I believe that I have access to that still. I'm just gonna make my own though. And once I make my own, I'll share it with y'all too. But I took hers and I made it my own. I recreated a few things, obviously did my own pictures. I've also stopped giving, like I used to put like 30 warmer pictures on a post. I stopped doing that. I really did. Now I just do like 5. And I say, if you want to see more, go to the website. If you want, I'll say like, if you want to see more, go to the website. If you want to see a real life picture of one, let me know. But you can't see real life pictures on the website, blah, blah, blah. I also am going to start not posting the shopping link until the time after the live. I want people to order at the last. I want them to see everything. I want them to order, when I'm done. I want them to order after they've had access to everything. I don't want them to just be like, oh, wax and warmers, go order wax and warmers, when maybe they would want counter clean, or maybe they would want this, right? And ask every single person that comes to host a party. Okay. Hosting. Ask all of them to host. They in my raffle, if they book a scent social, it doesn't even have to happen yet. But as long as they book a social with me, they get added to that raffle with more points. Okay. Ask all of them to host. And you'll be surprised how many people come to these parties and are like, oh, I used to be a consultant. And I'll be like, did you know you can come back for free? Right? You need to be doing that. And then after these parties, you need to offer that hostess kit to everyone that has hosted. Not obviously not their people that are joining, but if that person, especially if they hit 200 or higher, you need to be like, girl, did you know you can join at a discount, girl? You can join at $59 and still get all your rewards. You can join at $39 because you got $20 in free. If they get that 500, they're going to join they can join for free. You can give them the PRV. They'll already hit shooting star and be halfway to certified, which means you're closer to a promotion. Did y'all know you can do that? Don't be scared of losing that 500 PRV, because once it's on that teammate, your GWV is going to go whoop, and you are going to be closer to a promotion. Okay. They do not need to be certified for you to promote. They just need to be active. So if you're pushing for a promotion, party, join, and give them that PRV. You can find more PRV. You can have more parties. Not every host is going to say yes. Trust me. Okay. We're running out of time. We got 10 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes, y'all. But if you want to be successful in this business, you need to be recruiting, and your first people to recruit are those hostesses, especially those that have good parties. Now, Kylie, what if they have a not so great party? What if they don't hit 200? And that's okay. That's going to happen. Your first few people, you can be like, hey, I'm trying out this new way of having a party. And obviously you don't have to say party. I say social. I'm trying out this new way to have a Scentsy social. I would really love if I could do it with you and your friends. I promise I'll make it worth it. I'll give you a little something. You can say stuff like that. That's okay. And you can give them an incentive to do it. And you can tell people you're doing it, like, hey, y'all, this is a brand new layout for me. This is something I'm trying, blah, blah, blah. I'm so excited you're doing this with me. And then after my first couple of scent socials, I asked my hostesses, because they were good friends of mine. I was like, what did you think? I need to know. This is brand new for me. Sorry, on my tank top. I'm like, it's a brand new layout for me. I need to know, did you like it? And I got such positive feedback that it was so fun. Their people loved it. And obviously my sales went whoop because I was being very personal. So if they don't hit 200, it's okay. They can share it on their Facebook page. You can share for them and be like, hey, y'all, I have a good friend who's trying to get this, this, and this. And like, they're so close. If anybody needs some Scentsy, let me know. I would love to help them get there. Tell them, if they're pretty close, they can order themselves full price. A lot of people are willing to do that. Like they're going to get free and half off. So they don't mind spending $40. Okay. Some people will be like, hey, let me message a few more people. Okay, definitely do that. If you get some more orders in and their party is still open, instead of you getting the rewards, you're going to get paid off of it. You want this hostess to come back. You want them to feel successful. Add those orders to their party, right? We do that. We are not greedy as Scentsy consultants. We share and want everybody to be successful as a Scentsy consultant. Am I right? And I have a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm not successful. I'm not this. But once I hit that 200 with Scentsy, I'm like, girl, you got free, you got half off, you got this, you got that. They're like, oh, I've never had a successful party before. And I'm like, well, girl, you just did. And I get them hyped up and feel good about themselves. Make people feel good. Get them excited. Be like, I'm so excited for you. This is great. Blah, blah, blah. Guys, people want to feel like they did good. They want those rewards. That's what they're in it for, right? Right. We got about 6 minutes left. So if you do have questions, I got 6 minutes for questions. What do y'all think about this new idea for a social, doing the live? And if you don't want to do 3 days, do 5 days. I used to do 5-day parties. That's when I didn't do the live. There were 5 or 6 days, and I would post every so often, like maybe two to 4 times a day in that party over 5 days. Okay. You can absolutely do that as well. Okay. Not sure. Okay. If anybody has questions, let me know. I'm an open book on this. I'm sorry. My face is so red. Like I don't know. I'm not even hot. Like my face has just been like this all day. It's fine. We're fine. We're good. All right, I'm going to stop recording.